All right. Welcome back to the Chris and Veronica show. This is Chris.
And this is Veronica, who once again did not get it. We are starting.
We're starting. A little bit
Okay.
of intro music. Veronica's dancing. She's dancing. It's a whole thing.
Yes.
We also have Rico in studio with us. Rico, the amazing Chihuahua, doing his thing. And by studio, I mean the house. And you're probably going to hear the washer and dryer in the background because we do laundry. We do laundry during this. It's a whole thing.
It's
We're
called
normal
multitasking.
Humans. We're normal humans doing our normal human things.
Using our time wisely. Look at us multitasking.
Multitasking. We're taking care of the dog. We're talking into microphones. We're looking at cameras.
We're here. We're awake.
Yeah. Fully dressed. I know you can't see from the everything, but I'm actually wearing pants on a Sunday. It's a whole thing.
Yes, I'm wearing my pajama bottoms. No, I'm not. Ooh, speaking of pajamas.
Yes.
Pajamas on the outside or only for home?
On the outside the house.
Would you wear your pajamas going to the store?
So this is the whole thing. So long story short, long story long. I used to live in West Hollywood. You're welcome. It's the whole thing. Just off Santa Monica Boulevard. And downstairs, there was a lady that lived there. And she did performances in the evening, a lady of the night. And anytime that I left the house to go across the street to the gas station to like pick up something, I would like go past her kitchen window and she would scream out her kitchen window at me. And she'd be like, "You're never going to find your husband dressed like that when you leave the house." I was like, "What you mean?" And she was like, "When I leave the house, my hair is done. I've got my makeup on. I'm looking nice. I do not leave the house without looking 100% because you never know when your rich daddy's going to go by." Right? These are all things. This is the whole thing.
So let me tell you.
So pajama bottoms, leaving the house for the thing, for whatever. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes, wholeheartedly agree. This one time, I said, "Oh, you know what? We're just going to go pick up the car, bring it back." The person that I was with said, "Oh, you know what? Let's have breakfast."
No, then you're in a restaurant in public,
Then I was like,
Veronica.
"Okay, but we're going to pick it up to go." Okay, sure.
Mm-mm.
So we picked,
you show up
we
there, you're
pulled
going to
up.
end up sitting there.
No, we pulled up and no. So their child was like, "But I want to go inside."
Oh, my. There's a child involved?
So
this is getting...
we were out in where I thought nobody was going to see me. Why did I not find two other people that I knew that same day? And people were like,
No.
Are you
doing
okay?
good? How you doing? You know,
And
like,
I was like, we were just supposed to pick up the car.
They're like,
we ended up doing a whole thing. We ended up going to this farm. And I said, "You know what?
What's that saying? Don't trust your man if he's wearing his inside shoes on the outside of the house. No, ma'am.
That whole day turned into, and when we got back home, he said, "You know, I didn't realize, but this whole day has been people really seeing you."
Seeing you for who
No
you are.
makeup. My hair was it was a messy bun.
Yeah.
It was a thing. It was truly
it's
a
different.
thing.
Like, let's say you're leaving the house and you're gonna go for a walk or something, right? You're just like going out the front door, gonna go for a walk, pick up a coffee and whatever, and it's like you and the girls doing a little walk down at the waterfront or
Is
something.
that you imagining walking
You know,
down?
yeah, this is me just bobbing my head back and forth.
Okay, I'm walking with
we're
you.
going, we're walking. It's a whole thing. It's so beautiful out today. This is wonderful, and I'm wearing a hat, and I got a scruffy face, and you know, I'm gonna do the basics. Brush and floss your teeth. You know, wash your hands, like all that stuff before you do those basic things. But then, like, you got to make sure that, don't block your camera, Veronica.
It's not blocked.
Do you know how many comments we got from the last time that you blocked your camera? They were like, "We can't see your face." That's what they said online. If you're watching on video right now, she just moved her water bottle right out of the way of the camera. Almost got
I noticed.
bottle right there in the face.
I'm going
to
right there in the face you watch. Keep it up. You are very sassy today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
No,
That's what
I know
do.
you're
It's a
welcome.
whole
Take
thing.
it back. Return to sender.
I know. Isn't that song too? I think it's a song. I feel like the song.
This is how we get onto something else.
No, I was talking about walking outside, and you
walking
were
outside.
talking about water bottles, just sipping your water bottle, walking with the
Go ahead.
ladies. That's
Go
what we
ahead.
were talking about.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're back.
so we're
We're back.
outside,
We're
we're walking
walking.
around,
Mhm.
right? And I can wear a baseball cap and have a little scruffy face with that. My teeth are cleaned and all that. My hands are washed. Maybe you can wash your face before you go out or something. But that's early morning. Like if you're going for an evening walk and that kind of thing is happening, like ma'am, you should have taken a shower early in the
Reevaluate your
day,
life.
right? Yeah. Yeah. And I get like not being able to like leave the house and like do that kind of thing, but like take that one thing today that you think that you should be doing and like do that one thing, whether it's like trimming your nails or like doing some sort of like self-care item or getting up and drinking some water, like whatever that is, or not getting out of bed and just drinking water. I don't
We
care.
learned our lesson. We don't do that no more. Veronica does not do that anymore.
Yeah, just do that. But there's some points where you're like at that point too, where you're just like, I'm in bed and I'm just drinking water. That's it, right? Or I'm in bed and I'm good.
I had one of those days. Do you know what I ordered to get ready to gas?
Did you do McDonald's?
How did you gas?
That's why it's a whole thing.
But they had a 1-for-1.
Oh, that's so
Buy
great.
this, and for $1 you get the other one.
Your poor toilet. I can't even. McDonald's. These are not things.
It was the breakfast items.
These are not things.
Yes, they are.
Look at you.
My
just
receipt
all the
said
things.
yes.
We went past this like.
I needed a self-care day. I was miserable, so I laid in bed. We had McDonald's. We watched trashy reality TV. It was a whole thing.
That sounds exciting for you.
It was my self-care day.
Okay.
It was my I don't care day.
Yeah.
My food choices, yes. I'm
Right.
not, yes. And I added Fritos and
I love
bean
you
dip.
too much, Veronica, to have you like lose you
Fritos
because of a
and
heart
bean
attack and all of these like saturated fats and stuff,
It was only a one time.
Okay, one time, how many times a week?
Oh, wait. No,
I'm
it was one time a month. Just
saying.
one time a month.
Right,
Once,
right.
once a month.
Wasn't there a special
maybe
on
once a
this? I
quarter.
feel like there was a special commercial about this. The like diet around McDonald's or something where they just ate McDonald's
They
the whole
did.
time.
Did you watch
And then
it?
it was like at the end of 30 days. Was it 30 days or something?
Yes,
Or 90 days?
all they ate was their
And their cholesterol went through the roof and everything else. And then like the idea of like having it just one time
I
was
think
a whole
it's
thing.
what's called Supersize.
Supersize Me. Yeah, that's what
Yes.
it was. Supersize Me. Yeah. Anyway, there was also a lot
I
of
know,
drama
but
around that
it's
too because there was a lot of PR campaigns
Once a
against
quarter.
that thing.
Once a quarter.
Quarter pounder?
No, once a quarter,
pounder.
I'll do
Once
my
a quarter
I don't
pounder,
care.
always a quarter pounder.
I-
What?
I don't like
No?
quarter pounders.
You don't
I'm
like
a
quarter
Big
pounders?
Mac.
Big Mac? Mm-hmm. I haven't eaten McDonald's in a very long time. I don't do corporate chains as much. I'm not a fan.
Mm. Okay.
Local restaurants, huge fan. I don't think I've cooked in the kitchen back here in probably now 6 weeks.
Probably more.
Yeah, probably more than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ain't no probably. We know.
Yeah. Yeah. literally.
6 weeks.
I mean, I made some tea in it about like
That's
20
not
minutes
cooking.
ago.
That's not cooking.
That's kind of
That's not cooking.
no. It's not.
Ooh,
I feel like it maybe is.
baking. Do you call a baked dish or if it's a cookie dough, would you call your cookies, oh, I baked them myself if it comes from the frozen cookie dough?
What?
So would you say, hey, Veronica, I baked these?
These are what? I mean, okay, so there's a couple different
See?
things.
Oh,
right.
now.
So, okay, right. Let's allow some grace for some people that don't have like a mixer, right? They don't have the ingredients, and it
Oh,
is
so now we're allowing?
well, it's considerably less expensive just to buy the thing and then bake it, right? Rather than all the ingredients to do it. So I get that, right? On an expense side of things, like if you're doing that and you're at home and like that's a whole thing, I get that. If you have the money, if you have the time and all that stuff, and you're saying you baked it yourself at home and you're buying it with that, then no, right? You got to be able to like actually like make the
So
thing
the
because then
box
it's
cake.
homemade.
So there was this huge TikTok viral thing
Mm.
about Walmart baked cakes and home baker.
I baked it myself.
Yes. But they were like, no one's going to be able to afford a $150 cake. Walmart has these $25, cakes for when you just want to indulge on something, blah,
And
blah,
somebody
blah.
else is like, it's 99 cents for me to get that thing at Trader
That's what
Joe's.
somebody else
Bring it
said.
home. I mean, now that eggs are like, $1 million, it's now $1 million cake adding in like one egg. But yeah.
Oh, I know. That's
Because then you can like make the cake yourself for, insert $5 here kind of thing for a cake.
Yes,
you know.
I did not realize how expensive eggs were because I have a friend that has chickens and she'll usually, bring me a dozen or whatnot and they last a long time. I finally had to go and buy eggs and it was $11 for an 18 count.
That's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
I was like, do we
I was
really
talking about
need
this earlier
eggs?
today with my sister. So my sister, she goes shopping in my parents' refrigerator. And like my parents, they go shopping on Sundays. They go shopping on Sundays. That's their thing. And it's like their date day. They go out to the store and they get some things and it's all wonderful. And we were talking to somebody. I don't know where we were at. I think we were at like breakfast or something. And she's like, yeah, I just go shopping in the fridge and I just like take 6 home. And I was like, that's like $1 million. You're taking like $1 million from the fridge, right? And she's like, yeah. I'm
Why
good with
hasn't
it.
your mom invested in chickens?
Well, she did. We've had chickens in our lifetimes.
We
We've
should
had
go
them,
back to
quite a
them.
few. We've
I
had
will.
quite a
I
few
will go out there and help.
in our lifetimes, and also shown chickens, right,
Okay.
at fairs and
We
stuff
need
like that.
eggs.
These are all things.
We need eggs.
Mom, if you're listening, apparently Veronica wants you to get chickens so she can have eggs.
It's going to feed all of us.
My mom running a chicken farm of eggs. Great.
It's going to be we could start a chicken co-op.
Oh my! Wow, this is Pocket's like wet dream right now. This is all things.
See,
yeah,
there
Pocket
we go.
is ready for it. Pocket.
I've got the business plan. We got this. We're gonna do a co-op. The
Yeah.
membership is this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming to fruition.
All of it. Yeah, no, not in our backyard though.
You can have 6 in Tacoma.
I know. Yeah, you can have up to 6
Yes.
chickens. So here's my
Do you
thing.
want
Like,
6?
well, I feel like they need a little more space than we're able to give them in the city. I think they need to be free roaming and have an opportunity to do their own thing and lay their eggs wherever they want.
They can
and
have a really nice backyard.
do a
You can
whole
put
thing.
we can put up it's a we thing. We can put up a fence. They have these really nice chicken houses now. They go cuckoo. No, that's not a chicken.
That's it. Sounds like a chicken. If it sounds like a chicken, acts like a chicken,
wrong
and gives you
bird.
eggs, maybe it's a duck. I don't
It's
know.
a pluck, pluck, pluck.
Yeah, no, but in baking, right? Like if you think about like baking and like doing all that stuff, and this is the other thing, people think buttercream frosting, right? Once you start adding in buttercream frosting, all of a sudden your cake goes from $5 to $25 real fast because butter is super expensive, right? Like the amount of butter that you need to be able to make a buttercream frosting for, let's call it a 4-layer cake, that's a lot of buttercream.
It's too sweet. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah, or sour cream or whatever, like for cream
Or-
cheese frosting.
yes,
Cream,
cream
not sour cream,
cheese,
but cream
especially
cheese.
on a
yeah, cream
carrot
cheese,
cake.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of a carrot cake
I
from
know.
yesterday.
And I said either borrow or steal.
Yeah, I went to a gala last night that was in Community, which was super, super fun and super wonderful to go to. And they had a dessert dash, and one of our friends had put together the dessert dash. So I was taking some pictures of things. And so for the carrot cake, if you've seen some of our previous episodes, there's a whole thing around carrot cake. So I sent that to Veronica.
Yes.
That way she could be like, oh, I got this carrot cake or whatever. So it's really fun. It was a really
Yes.
fun night at the dessert. We got a gluten-free chocolate cake from our dessert dasher, and he did a good job choosing that one. It was really
Gluten
good.
free, really?
It was super good. Yeah, super moist, super like tasty. It's a whole thing. Yeah. How do you feel about the word moist? A lot of people are
that's
not about
I
it.
canned wrap my head around that.
Right? I'm like, it's a word.
And I'll
it's a
say
whole thing.
moist,
Yeah, if you're watching right now, chances are you've already
moist,
turned
moist.
off the. You're like, skip ahead 30 seconds and then you won't have to hear it again. But yeah, these are all things. I don't know. What else were we going to talk about today? Were we going to do
know.
like a thing with questionnaires or something?
Ooh. Okay, so I sent you mine.
Veronica has a questionnaire thing that she was going to send across. So we're unscripted technically, and I have not seen these, and I do not know
Yes,
what these are.
I
But
sent
Veronica
them to
said
you.
something about a
I
thing.
sent them to you.
Do you think I've looked at my phone in the last 2 days? No, ma'am.
You were looking at it just right now.
Well, that's because I'm watching it for the video.
Okay.
I got to take care of that.
All right, so I'll just
cameras.
go. Okay, so Chris,
Okay.
reality TV
I'm ready.
binge
Wait,
or
let me brace myself. Okay, so this is a question.
it's this or that.
And it's called this or that.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's a this or that
Yes.
type of situation.
reality TV binge or a classic film.
Relish TV? What?
Reality TV
Reality
binge.
TV binge or what's the other one?
I'm gonna get ready. Classic film.
Classic film.
What is-
Like the film or movies, classic films? Like the
that's what
movies?
it said. Which
Reality
one would you choose?
TV binge or classic film? Reality neither. I don't. So
classic
reality.
binge?
Okay, here's the deal. So reality TV is a little bit too scripted for me because they already know they're putting people into a thing that has a thing,
Mm.
right? Which is why, like, this is technically not reality TV because we don't edit. We just put it out there, like whatever that thing is, right?
Yes, we
Versus
know.
them, where they edit it to make it a different story.
Yes.
Like, Bravo, thank you, Bravo. Like, you've done
So neither.
all of that. And then so the other one was what, classic something? What's classic?
Or a classic film. Or a classic film.
Okay,
Which one would you
so
watch?
A classic film or a reality TV. It depends on if it's below deck or not, and it depends on if what's his name is on there. Then maybe it would be reality TV. But if it's a classic, let's say it's, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille, right? Like those types of things, like I'll watch those all day, sure.
Yeah, okay. Fashion trends or a timeless style? Ooh, I think I know the
Timeless
answer.
style for sure. I'm not a
Really?
trendy person. I don't do trendy.
I think when you clean up, you're pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, a crowded dance floor or a quiet corner with a good book?
Gosh, neither. Oh, I can't stand either of those things right now. No. A crowded dance floor, far too many people, far too loud. I can't hear you. I can't communicate with you. Yes, it's being in community, and yes, you're dancing around and doing all the things, but I don't get to know who you are. And frankly, it's a distraction because 90% of the time, 99% of the time, people actually get more cardio when they're drunk than when they're sober, and I don't do that. So that's not a
Look
thing
at
for
me
me.
doing cardio all these
Right?
weekends and not knowing about it.
Right? Yeah, it's a whole. And then what was the second portion of that?
Well, you answered that.
No, what was the second one?
A crowded
with a
dance
book.
floor
Okay,
or a
so
quiet corner with a book.
With a book. So I joined a queer book club, and it's very fun. And we've been going through stuff. And I would say over the last 6 months of the books that we started, I have finished 0 of them. I've made it through about 3/4 of one. I know I'm shocked and grasping my pearls as well. I have made it through 3/4 of them for the books and like that, but I have not actually read all of the books themselves. So that's a thing.
Okay, last question. A themed party or a casual get together?
Casual get together.
I feel like I don't know you at all.
What? I know how to put on theme parties, and I'm really good at it. And
But you don't
I
wanna be
attend
part of
theme
it?
No. So, okay, so these mystery dinners that people put together, and they're like,
Yes.
"Oh my gosh, you're gonna have like your own persona, and you get to dress up and do your thing
Yes,
and
yes.
whatever."
I love those.
You get to be this like other person, and it's a whole thing. Like these are all things that people do. They do them, and I think that's exciting for them. It's not for me.
Those are mine.
Okay, okay. Exploring new restaurants or cooking a family recipe.
Exploring new restaurants.
Okay, why?
Because I already know how to, whatever that thing is. Whatever I'm going to eat, I've already had it. I want to explore new. I have never would have had shawarma.
Shawarma.
See, there we go. So I get to explore new tastes.
Exploring new restaurants.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I also need to take you to a couple cabaret clubs. This is on our list.
Oh yeah.
I'm just mentioning now because it's been on my mind, and I have not been reinforcing this, but I have literally thought about this almost every day for the last 2 months of taking Verona to some cabaret clubs. Okay. A loud, bustling market or a peaceful, secluded park?
Ooh. Park.
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 Okay, so a park.
Yes.
Why a park?
Because I feel like I can
Is
either
this a
do
nudist?
whatever.
Is this a nudist park? Like, what is this? No,
Are
just
there
a park.
nudist parks?
There are nudist parks. So you're talking. What kind of park are you talking about?
Secluded park. I'm thinking about Wright Park, even though it's so huge and there's usually a lot of people
like finding
there.
your own tree or something and just
yes.
pulling up a blanket
Yes,
and
and you
hanging
know,
out, hoping
someone
you don't
actually-
get eaten by ants.
Somebody actually bought their portable hammock.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to do that.
Why do you think I have lawn chairs in the car? Those camping chairs? I take those camping chairs everywhere because then I can just pull up in a park and just set up and read a book.
Okay.
It's a whole thing.
So,
and I
note
just
to
did
self.
it yesterday. So yesterday I had a client meeting that was at a golf course, and there was a lot
Course
going
it
on
was.
at the golf course. Yeah, I know it's all. This is all stupid white people things. White people peopling.
No, I meant, of course it was because you love to golf.
I do love to golf.
So it's
Yes.
not like, oh, really? Oh, darn it. We have to do it at the golf course. That's what I meant.
Yeah. And we planned to do it there. So it was a whole thing. And had rented out a space. It was a whole thing. Anyway, so I had the chairs. I had the camping chairs, and I just got it out and put it in the back of the car, and I just set it up outside the back of the car and sat there with my tea and read my book for about 45 minutes until it started sprinkling. And then I went inside once everything opened up. And then I went inside and got everything set up for the clients and had an amazing client meeting. So in that sense, I am a huge fan of just doing the random thing in the random place, because
You are really good at that. And
rather
that's
than
why
just
I love
like
you.
sitting in
We
your
have
car.
adventures, unexpected adventures.
Yeah, I was doing hot chocolate tastings around town. Can't believe you didn't join for any of them, Veronica.
I did.
You did the first one, second one. You did the
the
first
first
one.
one.
Yeah.
And it really surprised me because I didn't think Soulberry would actually. Okay, so in my mind, I'm like, you know how to do Mexican hot chocolate.
does.
And she
So
did.
good.
It was so good.
So good.
It was. We need to go back.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like coffee shops around town that are local coffee shops where I've been trying to get people involved more in local coffee shops
Okay.
rather than the like big
Maybe
chains
I'll
and
host a
stuff.
one-on-one. I'll have people come out and I'll buy them their hot chocolate.
Yeah, so it's a fun way to do it because then people can order their own drink after that, right?
Yes.
It's just a little sip of a thing,
Gotcha.
and then everybody gets their own thing. So I can do that all day long. A big family gathering or a small intimate dinner.
Oh, I can't do the
Both.
big family gathering.
I feel like that's a both. That's not an and or. I feel like that's both.
No, I think it depends. That made me sad because I'm thinking I have no family.
Big family
So,
gathering or a
I
small
think a
intimate
big
dinner.
gathering with friends
Yeah,
versus a small intimate dinner.
yeah.
There we go. I want to change that up again.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I can see both of those.
Like for my
happening.
birthday, you know how you came
Yeah,
out?
just
That's what I've
came-
done. Hey,
yeah,
I'll be
come
here
through.
from this time to this time. If you want to come by and wish me happy birthday, go ahead. I changed things up this time. If you want to buy me a birthday drink, here's my Cash App and Venmo. And it was really good because a lot of people like, I know I couldn't have been there, but it made me feel like I was celebrating you. I'm like, guess
Yeah.
what? It made me feel celebrated too.
Aw. Okay, a day at the beach or a hike in the mountains.
Oh,
Neither.
that's a hard one.
Both.
I love swimming.
In the mountains?
Day at the beach.
Day at the beach.
Yes.
So you like swimming in the ocean,
Yes.
like
and-
the cold ocean.
Yeah. Why do people say that? I went swimming in
cold
August. We
ocean.
went to Ocean Shores. Was it August or September? Late August, no, it was late August. And someone says, "How can you swim in that? It's freezing." The PNW. I'm like, because once you start swimming, you get. Did you see my little?
Yeah, that was cute. The whole like swimming thing.
You get hot.
Yeah, so I would say it's like swimming in Hawaii is something, right? In the ocean, that's something. Like, I like warm tropical water, not like freezing cold chilly water. So if it's that, but if it's in the mountains and it's a warm day and it's a hike and it's cold like ice water kind of thing, then I like that. That's why I like Lake Chelan so fun. You can go out to Lake Chelan and it's all like ice water. You been
I
to
don't
Lake
know.
Chelan?
Yeah,
You been out there?
somebody actually took me. What is it? Is it the floating tube? They called it something else.
Tubing. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know.
In Lake Chelan? There's a tubing place in Lake Chelan?
No, she brought her own tubes.
Oh,
and-
to just like lay out on the lake.
yes.
Oh,
And,
okay. That makes more sense.
But my mind saw Jaws.
Yeah.
And I was not comfortable at all.
Oh my
at all.
gosh.
And which is she says, but you love to swim in the ocean. I'm like, yes, the ocean. She's like, there's more of a possibility of sharks. I'm like, don't be talking to my mind like that.
Oh my.
Okay, that's it. I only gave you 3
That's
questions.
it. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's all it was. That's it. Also, the laundry just went off, so I have to go change the laundry. So that's the end of this episode. We'll get into the next
Wow.
one. I know that was quick, but no, that's literally like a 20-minute plus episode. Yeah, thanks for joining us. This is the Chris and Veronica Show. My name is Chris, and this is.
Hey, it's Veronica.
Find us at chrisandveronica.com. All the socials, the Chris and Veronica Show, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Yes, you will. Bye.
Bye.